All right, in this video, we're going to be going over 10 easy to do hacks for TikTok Shop affiliates. Now, this will make your life a million times easier and it might help you make a lot more money. Before I go into this list, I want you to understand something. This doesn't mean that if you are someone who doesn't understand the basics of TikTok Shop content, that you're just going to do one of these things and then make way more money. You got to understand the core and the basics on TikTok to really utilize these and just take your video from a 7 or an 8 to a 10 to increase that probability you make more money. Number one, got the list pulled up right here, SEO optimization. A lot of you, just from what I see in Titans and just as I scroll the platform, you're too broad with your, whether it's your captions, your text on screen, and I'll cover that a little bit more, but TikTok doesn't know what your video is about, so it can't categorize your video. Have you ever scrolled TikTok and you see where it shows what the video is about? For me, for instance, I have videos where it's like free samples on TikTok Shop creators. That's because that I use 2 hashtags in every video. I don't use spam hashtags. The text on screen says something about what I'm covering or who I'm trying to target, whether it's TikTok Shop affiliates, whether it's brands, whether it's stay-at-home moms, whatever. I have that in the text on screen, and TikTok can categorize the videos and really help me out with SEO. So it puts the video and sends it to the right people. Number 2, the text on screen. Make sure that you are, as you're making your text on screen, I always tell people this. Your verbal hook, great, kind of say whatever you want. Your text on screen hook should be targeting and should be stereotyping the people that you think would buy that product. So for instance, if I was selling, I'll just use this Alani drink. If I was selling that on TikTok, I would think to myself, who drinks Alani's? Well, it's an energy drink, so maybe people that go to the gym. Well, that would be my text on screen. That's who I would be trying to target with my text on screen for that video and then relate to them in some way. The next one, leverage extra hooks. Now, when I say leverage extra hooks, I mean that as I review videos, this happens every single day. I see the hook of the video and it's a good hook. It is what it is, but they say something maybe halfway through the video about the product where I'm like, bro, that would have been a crazy hook if that was what you started the video off with. So what you can do, if you have a bunch of videos of products and you don't really know what hook to use, just take a little section of a video that you've already made and see if you can make that into a hook. A lot of you can do that just from the videos that I've seen. And you can clip it up and have a lot more content to show for it. Number 4, this goes back to the text on screen. If you haven't understood the theme of this, text on screen is huge. Use the classic font, people. Don't use the cursive. Don't use neon fonts or don't complicate anything with the transitions. Don't add a bunch of arrows on the screen. Don't do any of that. You want to stick to the classic TikTok Shop or just TikTok font in general. It just keeps it simple, basic, and that's what most people see when they're scrolling TikTok. They don't want to see the cursive fonts or whatever. You might think that just because you might be in a different algorithm or this or that, but I'm telling you, use the classic font. You either use the box or you can use the classic with the outline of black. Number 5, follow the best style that's already worked for you in the past. And whenever I say follow the best style, I don't mean look at views only, because views are kind of skewed on TikTok. You know, one video has horrible watch time, it might get 700 views. Then another video has good watch time, it might get like 200. You need to look at the watch time and the retention. You need to also look at the engagement. Look at the analytics as a whole. And whatever video has the best average watch time and watch full video rate, that can go different directions based on how long the video is. But whatever video does the best, typically average watch time, that's the one you need to start doing and stick to that same style. Number 6, ditch the voiceovers. I know this might be controversial for some people because you might be thinking, well, this guy did really good with a voiceover. It's very rare that voiceovers do well. Maybe 1 out of every 1,000 voiceovers perform well. And if you compare that to organic, does a lot better. The voiceover's way too UGC, and that's not what you want to do whenever you're doing TikTok Shop affiliate. If the UGC stuff, that's for paid ads. TikTok is not paid ads. The affiliate side of this, what we teach is not paid ads. We're teaching organic. So the voiceovers is just too salesy 9 times out of 10. I've seen a few people make it work, but very rare. It just takes away from the personal connection. Because then if I see a voiceover, I instantly think, what are they going to try to sell me? And that's not what you want when you're doing TikTok Shop or when you're scrolling on TikTok. Number 7, use your Spark codes. Always send in your Spark codes. That is going to help you have way more visibility if the brand decides to run ads on it. Now, TikTok is going more towards GMB Max. They haven't really come out and confirmed that they are doing GMB Max over the manual Sparks. That's kind of in a weird period right now. But after your video stops growing organically, send in your Spark codes. It will help you out, even if the brand, listen, if the brand lowers your commission from 15% down to 10, but the videos stop growing organically anyway, well, I would just go ahead and say, whatever, fine. I'm making extra money. It is what it is. And number 8, know your audience before creating videos. This one seems like it's pretty basic, but you would be shocked how many people I see try to sell a product that's made for 50 or 60-year-olds, but they're talking the same way they would talk if it was the demographic of like 18 to 25. It just makes no sense. You got to understand the pain points, understand the problems that people would face or problems that they would have where they could use a product that might fix it. So do a little bit of research before you are creating videos. That way you understand your audience. Number 9, replicate top performing inspiration. We all know, you've heard it me just, I will say it till the cows come home. Use ViralScans. You got to copy viral inspo, or don't try to reinvent the wheel. Already copy what works. Model your videos after things that have already worked in the past. It's like that simple. It doesn't get any more simple than that. You're not really somebody who's trying to get super creative, especially when you're just starting out. Maybe as you get better, you can start going outside and trying to do it yourself and let people copy you. But if you're not making any money, use ViralScans, copy strategies and videos that are already working, and look at the sales angle. That's kind of what you'll replicate. Doesn't have to be the same product. You need to take some inspo, just especially from like the hooks and the beginning portion of the video. And then the last, but certainly not least, join TikTok Titans. If you're not in Titans, then I'm just saying, I'm a little bit biased. I recommend you join. You can surround yourself with creators that are making a lot of money. You can get retainer deals, and brands will pay you to post content. You get ViralScans for free. That's another cool little thing we got. You get all the coaching. You get everything that every TikTok shop affiliate would want